What was that? Where's that voice?
This is the story of a young girl. A girl who had strange and disturbing dreams.
I know this place. I've been here before. This is the ancient stone city amidst the jungle. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, ignore him. Just ignore him. He's not gonna hurt you. Just keep going. This constellation. Where am I? This is not the Earth.
Con vector yagna yith. In other words, find a statuette and save my race.
Statuette! Here it is. Finally. I have to get it. I have to...
This is the story of Evie Drayton.
Quick. Before I forget. Where did I put my notebook? I have to write everything down.
Looking for answers was part of Evie's observant nature and analytical mind. Her recurrent dreams began shortly after a period in 1956, when she'd completely lost consciousness.
When I saw this picture, I couldn't believe it. It's the same statuette I always see in my dreams. When I saw this picture, I couldn't believe it. It's the same statuette I always... Spitsbergen Island and Svalbard. Apparently, I researched this area of the Arctic thoroughly during the time I lost consciousness. Spitsbergen... This photo was taken during my amnesia. I don't remember anything about it. Julian, Beatrice, Herbie and I, we're always together. Beatrice, along with me, is one of the few ladies studying physics at Miskatonic. I've searched every astronomy book at the Miskatonic Library, but none of them contain any reference to this constellation. I've searched This scary fellow that haunts me in my dreams is a Dimetrodon. He roamed the Earth 270 million years ago. And although it may seem like it, he is not a dinosaur. Uncle Mo showed me a trick or two when I would help him in the motor shop. Tinkering with gadgets always puts me at ease. I was lucky to be accepted at Miskatonic. It was one of the first universities in Massachusetts to admit non-white students. I couldn't leave my science fiction book collection in Benoit. Thank goodness. Still have a couple hours until thermodynamics class starts. Reverend Charlton was adamant that I bring this cross to college. He must think Arkham is a den of iniquity and wickedness. Rhythm and blues is definitely my kind of music. I've always been a good student, but during my amnesia period, I almost reached excellence. Whole straight A's? I must have written about 1,000 letters to the archaeology dean in Miskatonic, and I've never received any answer. I wish Papa had never taken that job in San Francisco. He'd still be with us. Oh, here it is. Evie's Nightmare Journal.
Evie was worried that someone might read it. That's why she kept it locked away under that complicated padlock.
Yes,
Is this... are you Evangeline Drayton?
that's right. Who am I talking to?
I am the Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic University. I believe you wanted to ask me some questions, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Professor
Meet me today at 6 p.m. at 5 Prospect Road, outside of Boston.
Boston? That's almost a 2-hour train ride from Arkham. I thought
Do you want to talk or not?
Yes, of course. I'll be there. 6 p.m., Prospect Road. See you in a couple of hours, Professor. All right, I should get ready. There's a lot of information here about my strange dreams and my amnesia. I'd better go through it again before I leave. I don't want to miss any questions when I talk to the professor. The Hydrangea Foundation took care of the insurance payout for Dad's accident. I had scholarships to attend several black colleges in the South, but it was the Foundation's money that allowed me to cover the tuition here at Miskatonic.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
I don't think I finished reviewing everything here yet.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
All right, I think I've gathered what I need.
As odd as it seemed to Evie that the dean didn't meet her at the university, her need to know was stronger than her doubts. She was determined to attend the meeting. There, she would come across another protagonist in this story.
So, you have finally decided to talk to that young lady, Professor.
Yes.
Acknowledging responsibility for our previous mistakes is vital to moving forward. You've taken a crucial step in...
Listen, there's no need for us to talk, Doctor. The only reason I let you into my house is because you insisted it was necessary to prescribe my medication.
This is also the story of a sad, guilt-ridden, and lonely man. This is the story of my husband, Professor Harry Everhart.
Yes, I know well enough that discussing the effectiveness of our therapy sessions with you is futile. But you need to understand that therapy is just a part of the whole treatment. Without it, I can't go and...
Ask whatever you deem necessary, and let's get this over with as soon as possible.
Fine. What about your position as dean at Miskatonic University? We talked some time ago about your relationship with work. It was somewhat obsessive.
I didn't say that. You did.
Well, you told me you practically lived secluded in this very home, and the only thing that drove you to leave it was your job obligations. So, how would you define that?
Could be, but my job is the only thing I have now. In any case, I've never been a man of many interests. Besides archaeology, I mean.
That was, of course, a lie.
And are you happy with that? With your life now?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm asking it because it sounds like you're subjecting yourself to a kind of self-punishment.
I am not. Next question.
There's another topic you've never wanted to delve into, Professor. Would you now be open to...
You're going to do it anyway, so go ahead.
Okay. What happened to your wife, Professor?
She died at home after a long disease.
Harry hated giving details about my death. Especially if those details meant talking about a certain expedition, and deaths other than mine.
I see. And how do you feel about that?
What's my wife got to do with all this?
You see, the reason I'm asking, Professor, is because when we began therapy, you mentioned visions. Some sort of oily shadows casting themselves on the wall. You mentioned those visions began shortly after whatever happened to your wife. So, tell me, do you still see those shadows, Professor?
No. Not since I started taking the medication, at least.
Excellent! That means the medication is working. Listen, there is something different I want to try in today's session. I believe hypnotherapy might...
Don't even think about it. Hypnotism is a scam.
Professor, with all due respect, I believe you're mistaking mesmerism with hypnotism. Even so, If you want me to prescribe the...
You won't give me my medication unless I submit to your quack experiment, is that it?
I'm deeply sorry you see it that way, Professor. But I need you to trust me in this.
Then go ahead. Wave a pocket watch in my face if that's what you need to do.
There's no need for pocket watches, Professor. The sound of a metronome will be more than enough. I need you to relax and free your mind. And think of something pleasant. A fond memory, if you will. Something that took place here, in the Everhart Manor.
A fond memory? In this place?
It wasn't easy for Harry to find a fond memory in the same manor where he had spent an extremely unhappy childhood.
Maybe.
Maybe.
December 1930. The last Christmas my wife and I ever spent at Everhart Manor. She insisted on coming, despite my parents never approving of our marriage. But that was the kind of person she was.
Interesting. Tell me more about it, Professor Everhart.
Every time I gave her a present, I prepared a little scavenger hunt. She loved it. She loved solving my stupid riddles.
As you may have noticed, this story has more than one protagonist. And though I am not one of them, I believe I, Nora Everhart, play a crucial part in it. Can I open my eyes now, Harry?
Not yet. We're almost there. Let me open the door and... Now, open your eyes.
Look what you've prepared. It's another one of your scavenger hunts, huh?
Of course, old pal. Now, if you want your present, you'll have to earn it.
Can I use my journal to write down clues?
Well, technically that's against the rules, but I'll turn a blind eye this time.
You're so kind. Tell me you didn't vandalize a piano just for a scavenger hunt, old pal.
Nora, who do you think I am? It's just crayon. Wait. There's something wrong in this memory. This wasn't...
Ignore it. Focus on that moment. Your wife. That happy memory.
What are you up to now? Oh boy, what a drawing. Is this supposed to be a tree?
Of course it is. I'm doing the best I can with my limited art skills. I'm seeing those oily shadows in here. Why am I seeing those shadows?
Focus, Professor. Keep remembering.
Oh, look at your sad little face in this photo.
You know me. I've never been the life of the party. This darkness. Everhart Manor. But my house is not...
Professor, don't drift off. Keep going.
Do you remember when we slow danced to Dear Old Pal of Mine at Maddie's house?
The end of the Great War Party and our first kiss. How could I forget?
A new decade. I wonder what the future has in store for us. I wonder what my darling husband is keeping locked up in here.
You'll have to put that brain of yours to work to find it.
Harry, I can't believe it! It's that statuette! And it even has a black ooze orb. Just what I wanted for Christmas.
No. Wait. What do you mean a statuette? Don't touch it, Nora!
Keep going, Professor. It's important. Where is the statuette now?
You're no psychiatrist. Who are you?
I'm not going to ask you again, Professor Everhart.
Shortly after Harry's peculiar hypnosis session, Evie finally arrived at Everhart Manor.
Prospect Road 5. Here it is. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. Wait. What is going on here? Professor? Is everything all right?
Most people would have turned away and left, but not Evangeline Drayton. She had been waiting for months to talk with the professor. No way was she letting it slip away. So, she decided to climb over the walls of the Everhart Manor.
Ugh. This looks like something straight out of Tales from the Crypt. Hey, that window is open. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. It appears the Everharts have been quite well off for generations. Or so they used to be. That must be Elizabeth Everhart. She looks sad. The Everhart children. Harrison, Madeline, Richard, and Donna. This fellow really looks like the professor, but it's not him. Wow, look at the size of this library. It's almost as big as Miskatonic's.
Actually, it wasn't even a third the size of Miskatonic's library, but young people can be terribly impressionable at times. Evangeline had never pictured the professor as anything but a hermit. Certainly not someone his relatives still worried about.
Troubling absences in my memory. It's exactly how I felt during those 3 months of 1956. What on earth happened here? I wish this fireplace was lit. It's bone-chilling cold in here.
Evie's last remarkable trait was her extraordinary memory, a gift I was never blessed with. So allow me, the narrator of this tale, to be the one taking notes. For the sake of clarity, of course.
Dyer was my applied geophysics professor. He was very strict. Strange character. Rich people definitely had weird ways of entertaining themselves.
But it wasn't mere entertainment. Harry's mother's life had long been shaped by tragedy, and she had become obsessed with the afterlife.
Good thing the skull is fake. Ugh. Must be the professor's office. The greenhouse and the mausoleum. Wow, the professor served in U.S. intelligence during the war. Nora and Harry? The professor was married. Despite his tone, this Bowen fella doesn't seem particularly friendly. The professor had another appointment today, with a therapist. Professor had another... Books in different languages. Spanish, Italian, German, Latin. Looks like one is missing. Astrology is the most utterly stupid thing I've ever come across. Astrology is the... A lapel pin with a rather peculiar emblem. A lapel... Someone lit the fireplace, but this room is still cold. There's something oddly comforting about spinning these globes. No use. It's locked. Someone lit the fireplace, but this room is still cold. A key. I wonder what this opens. A key. Excellent. The man's definitely a dead ringer for the professor. Looks like the professor's father was involved in politics. Wow, this room is really depressing. Can't see a thing in here. Better turn my flashlight on. Ah, much better. Under different circumstances, I might have found this song beautiful. But at the moment, it sends a shiver down my spine. Looks like a memorial of some kind, dedicated to a woman. Someone has ripped the canvas. There's a Latin inscription in its frame. Providere debemus. Driver's license of a certain Manuel Silva.